Hello and welcome to the latest edition of the biopic collection. Today I'm going to be telling the fascinating story of an American artist who became a pop culture phenomenon and a queen of kitsch, Margaret D. Keane. Margaret Keane was born Peggy Doris Hawkins in Nashville in 1927. She started her professional career as an artist, painting portraits inspired by everyone from Modigliani to Picasso. She began experimenting with kitsch pieces featuring predominantly women, children and animals. In the early 1950s, the mother of one relocated to San Francisco and by chance met a successful real estate agent and amateur painter, Walter Keane, and they married in 1955. By this stage, Margaret had perfected her big eye style. That is, her subjects would have uncharacteristically large eyes, usually with a somewhat sad demeanour. Walter supported her work by helping her display and sell paintings through the Hungry Eye Comedy Club. But, unbeknownst to Margaret, Walter was claiming that he was the artist of her works. By 1957, Walter formally began exhibiting Margaret's work as his own and organised exhibitions all over America to great acclaim. Meanwhile, Margaret painted 16 hours a day under constant threat from Walter to keep her secret of who really painted the big eye paintings. On the back of Walter's superior marketing and promotional skills, Keane's work was mass-produced and merchandised. By the 1960s, big eye lithographs like these two here were seen in the majority of houses across America. Walter became one of the most popular and commercially successful artists of his time. Even Andy Warhol exclaimed, "I think what Keane has done is just terrific. It has to be good. If it were bad, so many people wouldn't like it." This work is a rare, limited edition, original hand-signed lithograph titled Japanese Princess. This creation was produced in 1977 and depicts a beautiful geisha mourning over a dying flower. It is somewhat different to Keane's big eye style, but it is a subtle, elegant take on her inner feelings and artistic turmoil. In the late 1960s, Margaret left Walter at the height of the Keane phenomenon and moved to Hawaii. But it wasn't until 1970 when she announced on a radio broadcast that she was the real creator of the big eye paintings. Despite Walter's protests, a paint-off was organised in Union Square in San Francisco to demonstrate who indeed was the real Keane. Walter did not show. Walter continued the lie until 1986 when he was sued by Margaret and the judge ordered both to create a big eye painting in the courtroom to determine the truth. While Walter feigned a sore shoulder, Margaret proceeded to paint an original big eye painting in 53 minutes, leaving no doubt who was the true artist. Walter was charged with defamation.
The lady I'm about to introduce is an artist. She is best known for her expressive, wide-eyed children. Let's welcome Margaret Keane.
Are you constantly looking for subjects?
Well,
Do certain people just impress you right when you're shaking their hand?
Not so much older people as children. You know, I'm constantly seeing children that I would like to paint. And
Following the verdict, Margaret finally enjoyed her own worldwide fame, appearing on numerous talk shows and receiving portrait commissions from the Hollywood elite. She painted everyone from Natalie Wood, Liberace, Joan Crawford, Kim Novak, and Jerry Lewis with his family. She has influenced a generation of contemporary artists, and her work appears in movies such as Woody Allen's Sleeper and Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Well, it's wonderful. Oh, you shouldn't have really.
I just thought you'd like it.
Oh, it's Keane. It's pure Keane.
In 2014, longtime collector and Keane fanatic Tim Burton produced the fantastic biographical film Big Eyes, featuring Amy Adams and Christoph Waltz, about Margaret's turbulent personal and professional life. To this day, she still paints daily and operates her own gallery, producing her signature kitsch big eye paintings. I hope you've enjoyed this latest edition of the biopic collection and I hope you've learned something. I would love to get some feedback comments below because it helps me know who's watching and motivates me to continue making more of these videos because it's a lot of hard work. I've got a whole bunch of artworks lined up for future videos, so please leave some messages and I'll get onto them. And I hope to see you next time. Take care.